Hey sweet friends, welcome back here to the Wolterman Homestead and welcome back to the garden. She is growing and she is thriving. Just clipped some beautiful flowers. We have some company coming tomorrow for lunch and this will just be a beautiful centerpiece. But come on, I want to share some dates with you guys and give you an update on the homestead and how things have gone for us so far this year. So the events that I was talking about, you can go to thewoltermanhomestead.com because we have a page now and there's vlogs and things, some recipes, but you can go under the events tab and you can find these events that I'm going to talk about. The first one is the Indiana Homesteading Conference, which is October 21st and 22nd. It is at the Marion County Fairgrounds. We are on a speaker panel, I think it's Sunday. So there's that event. They have an amazing list of speakers. You can go check out who's all going to be there. I know Jill Salatin will be there. Rhonda and Ashley have just worked so hard to make this conference be what it will be, and it's going to be amazing. There's a prayer team behind it, and God is just good and opening doors that only He could open. So really excited about that. I think we are on a speaker panel, so excited to attend and share our knowledge that we have learned. We don't know everything, but we have learned a lot of life lessons when it comes to beginning homesteading. So there's that event. The other event is the Celebrating the Harvest. That is November 2nd down in southern Indiana. That one is being hosted by Chasing Dreams Homestead. I will leave a link down below. You guys can go check out his YouTube channel. I am on the committee and helping kind of plan things and creating all the content. So if you see any images or anything floating around, hi. So there is that event. And Dylan and I are going to talk about and do a presentation on how to get started on homesteading, how to do a lot with a little. So if you would like to come meet us or are in the area, these events are a great place to start. So I just wanted to share these things with you. Let's go do an update on what's gone well and what hasn't. The garden is back here behind me. At this point, we've just let it go. We have gotten some things out of it, but the deer have just made it a buffet. We've made a running joke of calling them the garden gremlins because they're just down here all the time. We have a mama and two babies and they are super cute. Like, we've just watched them growing up. But we did get a decent amount of corn. I've gotten 2 monstrous watermelons. There was one point where I left the corn for, like a couple of days. Thinking, oh, they just needed those couple of days. Yeah, well, the deer thought they needed it, didn't need it, and just gobbled them up. The tomatoes and peppers that I planted, the deer just ate them. Totally and completely ate them. I ended up buying some, and they ate them. Now you can see, the watermelon. There's one right in here. You can see that one there. And it's just vining. So we have gotten several watermelon. I actually have a couple of peppers that need to be picked. This is my only pepper plant. The deer just ate it all. So it's really disappointing. We did get one zucchini, and then a vine borer got into it and killed the plant really quickly. There was some cantaloupe over here. I have this cantaloupe right here that I've been keeping an eye on. It's not quite ready yet, but I keep hoping the deer won't get it. This year we have just kind of decided to pick our battles. The strawberry plants that I planted, the deer have eaten. But the herb garden up at the house is looking really, really good. So I'm just thrilled about that. But we've started homeschool and the co-ops and all of the things, and Dylan just works. And so whenever we have a day off, it doesn't stop. So he actually took some vacation time this week to get the fencing done over here. So our homestead did come with a barn. It does need some TLC, but it has good bones. And then we have this fenced pasture. So we've kind of put up fencing. It's just rough. It still needs stretched. We need to put up more posts, which we have the materials for that. but this is on the agenda for this week so that the goats can come down here. Because as much as I love my goats, I'm ready for them to be away from the house. We let them out during the day, and they have just gobbled and eaten and enjoyed being up here at the house. But they need to go. They need to come down here and be goats and get off my front porch. As fun as they are. There's poop everywhere. And then when you have a little one, they want to pick it up and check it out. But the one thing that I have absolutely loved about our homestead is the abundance that is here naturally. One of those things is mullein. I have several mullein plants behind me. I'm letting these dry, and then I'm going to harvest the seed, then I'm going to sell the seed. So if you're interested in growing mullein, I have several. There's 3 plants there. I've got another 3 right here. The other thing is goldenrod. Goldenrod is coming out in our area. My elderberry plants didn't do very well this year, so I was kind of disappointed about that. But there's a lot of really good medicinal things here that we keep just discovering and finding. There was a lot of skullcap over here earlier in the summer, and that was just really, really exciting. But it is just amazing, the things that are here and just how good God is. So we do have a creek on the property. We actually have a couple, but this is one of them. It kind of goes down and around, and then on the other side of the house is kind of like a ravine with another creek. But one of the other really big projects that Dylan has been really busy doing, he said he's filmed some footage, so like I just need to sit down and look at what he's filmed, is this deer plot. So this plot was already here when we moved in, but there's another plot at the top of the hill that he has been working on connecting the two. There's a deer stand back here. This is where I was hunting last fall, and I didn't see anything but squirrels, but up at the top of the hill there are lots of deer. And so it is just really beautiful to just sit here and listen and enjoy nature. But back here is one of the things that he's been working on doing, is connecting the plots. This is like the front left corner of our property, but it goes that way a hot minute, because 40 acres, it's a good chunk. You don't realize how big it is until you're walking it and, you know, haul in your gear to go hunting. But that is what he has been up to. So far, animal update. Chopper is home. We did find him. He was gone a long 10 days. 10 days. That poor coon dog was gone 10 days. So if you check in on the community tab, I've kind of been posting over there. I had shared, and then I think I shared it in a video, that our coon dog was missing. He is Dylan's oldest coon dog. He will be 14 here in the end of September. And he was gone. And we looked and we looked and we looked. We got to meet all the neighbors. But the terrain here is much different than where we used to live. And it is a lot of woods. And we really thought that we lost him and that he was gone. And we cried and cried and cried when we got that phone call. So he is home. He is happy. He is definitely thin. And so we are working slowly to put some weight back on him. But Chopper's home, and we just give God praise for that. The other thing, we have other social media, and so I've kind of been posting over there. And so on TikTok, I had shared, I think I might have shared it on Facebook too, but we had something get into the chicken coop over here behind us. Not this, over there. And we lost 4 chickens. 4. And, you know, I thought that I had fixed the hole and fixed everything. And, you know, chicken coops basically have to be a Fort Knox. And I figured out how the critter was getting in. I closed it all off. And then when we went out the next morning, we lost another one. So we finally got the live trap, and it was a possum. So we dispatched that, and just our chickens are happy and they are good. We have a hen that is actually now sitting on a little nest of eggs. She's been on them probably a week. So we've just been real watchful and excited for that. So we're excited to hopefully, like, they all hatch. We'll see. I think there's probably 10 underneath of her. The other thing is our meat birds. Now, I've asked around and I've been talking to other neighbors and other people that have meat birds, and they've kind of been experiencing the same issues. So we have raised meat birds before. We host and share with people how to butcher them, how to process them. That's the class that we taught at the Patriot Homestead Conference, was how to process your own poultry. So we have some skin in the game with it and some experience, and they get moved every single day. There is a video on how to build a tractor like this. But I ordered 20 and we have 8. We've lost that many. We have 8 left. So really frustrated with it, really disappointed. But I'm kind of just thinking it was the feed, or I don't know if it's genetics. Like, we've ordered from the same hatchery and not had issues. So I don't know, but we have friends right down the road and they have been losing several too. And she was talking to another lady who ordered 50, and that lady has, I think, 5 left, and that's just like, oh my gosh. So I'm not sure what it is, but we just keep hoping that these 8 will survive. So we get something out of it, but we'll just have to wait and see. But they are definitely fun to raise, and they are experienced, and they teach you so much. They give you such an appreciation for your food and where your food comes from. So my kiddos are screaming in the background and wanting to play, so I will bid you farewell. Thank you for joining here at the Wolterman Homestead. As always, there's Evelyn. Take care and God bless.